Hey everybody, it's me again. Susan, your independent Jamberry consultant, and I was going to try to have my face on this video, but I played around with it a little bit and I can't switch the camera back and forth while recording, so it's not going to work out. So anyways, I've already taken off my previous set. I actually now do them in the shower. When I first get in, I just lift the edge with my fingernail, and then do my normal shower, and at the end, the hot water soaked them enough that I just rub them right off. I would think you could just do it with a bowl of hot water. I haven't tried that, but I'm assuming that would work. I've also seen lately a lot of things on using coconut oil. I don't have any, so I did not do that today. But YouTube is a wonderful place to check for that stuff. So I've already trimmed my nails, filed, removed my invisible cuticle. With this, I put that on and then push it back like so. So I've already done that step. I already put, I just recently got, let me show this to you guys. This is the Jamberry Strengthening Base Coat. Amazing. I've noticed a difference in my nails, and then actually I've noticed that the nail wraps tend to hold on longer because there's that extra base under there. Not necessary, but if you're looking for a nice base coat, this is good. I've already done this hand, so what I do first is, just like before I put on a nail wrap like normal, I wipe each finger off with the alcohol wipe, and I don't get anything special. These are just from my local grocery store. They're like $3 for a box of, I swear, 1,000. Probably not, but you know. So once that's dry, we'll go ahead and put the base coat on the other hand. We'll see if you guys can see this. Probably not. Which is probably a good thing, because I'm trying to paint with my left hand, and I'm right-handed. And this stuff dries really, really fast. Put that back on there. So it's just clear. Goes on clear. It's got like a purple tint to it in the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but it doesn't. You can't see that. So we'll put that over there. If you can see over here, I already have all of my nail wraps laid out today for my manicure today. I just decide what I want to do, cut them all out of the sheet, and then cut them in half and lay them out so I can just go right through them. Today I am doing, find the main one here. This is Melt My Heart. It's a Valentine's Day. I believe it's only available until April 15th, I think is the date. But in April of 2015 is when that one will go away. So that's all I've used. I'm only doing one accent nail, so this is 4 nails on each hand, so you do get a lot out of one sheet. And then I'm doing one accent nail. This is hot pink tint, so you can see it just gives some color, but you can still see through it, and it's great for layering. So today I'm going to try this out. This is Diamond Dust Sparkle, and I'm going to do my accent nail is the Diamond Dust Sparkle underneath, and then that hot pink tint on the top, which is pretty cool looking. So that's that. I think my nails are dry. Today I'm going to be using the buffer block, the nail scissors, nail file, orange stick, and the cuticle pusher I use to flatten. These are all available in the application kit. It's $12.50. You may probably already have that stuff, but if you don't, make it pretty easy for you. Alright, if you watched my previous video, this is going to look a little different. I've been kind of playing around with how I want to do this, and I found one called the reverse warming method, where you actually don't heat it up first, you just stick it on. So, we'll start out with the pinky on my left hand. So, you can peel them off, because I cut them in half, so this extra on the top I'm not going to use. So I do touch it, as long as you don't touch the part that actually is adhering to your nail. but I can't peel them off very well, so I use this stick. Now, notice I am not going to the heat. The heater's on. I don't know if you can hear it, it's pretty quiet, but it's on over there. Let's see if we can see it over here. I just put it down enough to where it's on. That's it. You see? It's not, I won't have it down. If I needed to, I could peel it up and restick it. It's a little tough with the base coat on there because it will take a little bit up with that, but I've done it. I haven't had any problems with peeling it up and sticking it down because it's like barely touching. And then I'm going to pick my mini heater up. You can do it however you would like. We're going to heat it from the top just until you notice it starts to curl at the tip. There we go. Alright, so then we're going to go, you can see this, I'm going to smooth up the center and then down each side, like so. Heat and pressure are your friends with nail wraps, so don't feel like you're pushing too hard or whatever. I mean, don't hold it till you're burning your finger, and don't push to the point where you're hurting yourself, but to what you can stand. So then the second time I put heat, I take that end and I just stretch it, if you can see that. So it's nice and tight on the tip. And I heat it again. And make sure the edges are super important. That's where you want to make sure you got your seal. So, alright, and I just do a little extra rub at the tip just to make sure it's going to be nice and stuck down. And then I cut it off. Because it is a whole lot easier to do the rest of your nails when you don't have that little extra chunk hanging there. Alright, I'll put that over there. Alright, so there's that one. I have not filed it yet. I'm going to wait until I do an entire hand before I file. If you watched my last video, or if you've heard of some people doing ice to cool them off, right now it's so cold in here in my house that I don't think it matters. They cool off pretty quick. In the summer I notice a difference, but right now not so much. As long as you just do your whole hand and then I start filing at this nail and move. Alright, so the next one we're going to do is the layered one. So we've got the sparkle first and then the tint over there. So we're going to do this just like normal. And we're going to do the sparkle first. Sparkles are a little bit more difficult, and I say that, I mean, they're not that difficult, but they do have a different backing, a metallic backing on them. If you noticed, like the other ones have this white regular backing on them. So they take a little bit more heat, a little bit more pressure. Okay, so just laid it on there. It's harder for me, I noticed before I started doing this, it's harder for me to get them lined up the way I want them when they're warm, because they're, you know, floppy and hard to get on straight, and then you can't really lift them up and move them because then they stretch. So I went to this method just because that way I can get them a little bit closer to perfect. You're never going to have them completely perfect, and it takes a while. I started doing Jamberry manicures June of 2014, and just in the last few months I've learned this one. See that? I rub down the center, down the sides, reheating. They just take more heat. If you notice, it takes a little longer for them to curl. But same method. Stretching. Heat them up again. You don't have to pick your heater up, but the angle that I'm at right now, it's a little bit easier. Alright. So we got that one on there. I think that one's looking pretty good. Now, when you size your nail wraps, always go down a size. If you're like in between, you know, if you're like, oh, that one's just a little bit big, but it'll be okay. It won't be okay. If it's touching the skin at all, it is going to peel up because it can't get that seal that it needs. And they're going to fall off, and you're going to be very sad, and I'll be sad too. So don't do that. If you notice this, I don't know if you can see that on this one. Maybe. See, there's like a little sliver of nail showing there. You can't see that. I can see it if I'm looking at it, but nobody else can tell. Alright, now you're going to notice I'm skipping the layer. I'm going to let this one cool off and get nice and on there before I do the tint layer. Alright, on to the next one. Now, I have a funky nail, as I'll show you. See, it's kind of curving. I've burnt this finger probably 5 times in the last 4 months, and so my nail is growing in damaged. So what I do, because if I try to put a nail wrap on there just regular, because of the way it's curving and it's got some weird dips and stuff in it, they peel right up. So this is called the baseball method. You can look this up on YouTube. Basically, you just cut little slits in the side. I've played around with it and done 1 or done 2. 2 works better for me. But just 2 on each side. Same thing. Sorry, guys. Just gonna lay it on. So it's just barely on there. And warm it up. Giving you all my tips and tricks here. At least the ones that I've used. I know a few, but if I haven't tried them out, I don't really want to tell you about them too much. Alright, so down the center, and then, hopefully you guys can see this. I smooth the bottom part out first on this one. And then I do the top and the top, and then I smooth that little center piece there. It's in between the 2 little slices that I made, 2 little cuts. Alright. Reheat it. That one takes a little extra work. So this stuff will go a lot faster if you don't have the weird nail like I do. It's starting to grow out, so I am holding out hope. Alright. Again. I'm going to do my left hand for you guys, and then we'll see how I'm doing here, and then on time, and then we'll do one on the right at least. Just because I want to show you how easy it is to do it with your non-dominant hand. That was a big selling point for me, because me trying to polish, as I said earlier, my right hand with my left is kind of sad looking. Alright, so that one's on there, and see, you can see the little sliver of nail in there, but you can't see those slices that I made. Yeah, I like it. It makes them last longer on me, so I keep doing that. I do a lot of nail polish, like a polished accent nail on those too, on my middle fingers. Which is fun because all the polishes or lacquers that we have, they have been created to coordinate with the colors of the wraps. I'm sorry guys, I'm at a weird angle. I'm trying to make sure you can see this. Alright, so barely on. See, I don't even push it down, I just lay it on there. And you still have time. Today is the 30th of January, so you still have time to order your Valentine's wraps and get them in. Gonna be cutting it close here in a few days, so if you want any, gotta hop to it. We also have St. Patrick's Day and Easter out right now, and spring, which I have another Valentine's Day, and I have another spring one in right now, so I'll show you those in a second if you were interested. Alright. Alright, here's that one.